Hey guys, we are going to continue our discussion on habits and stress. We talked about rewarding yourself was the last thing that we spoke about last episode about your milestones. Give yourself a little reward. Even a single week of 100% compliance is a reason to celebrate. Keep the small rewards small so that you can save them up and knock them out a little bit at a time. Focus for the next 30 days. Do everything you can to successfully get through those 30 days. You'll likely keep the habit a lot longer, if not forever, if you can survive that first month. So stick with it. Remember, missing a single day here and there isn't that big a deal. However, missing 2 days is simply creating the habit of not doing the activity.
You're listening to the Productive Not Busy podcast, where our mission is to make you more money so you'll have less stress and more free time. It's all about mindset, attitude, and taking action. And your host, Wayne Weathersby, knows how to make that happen. He's negotiated and closed over $150 million in contracts while building businesses with proven success strategies that he wants to share with you. So if you're ready to make some real money, then let's get to it. Here's Coach Wayne.
All right. So, what do we want to do? Well, first of all, continuing our discussion, we want to have a trigger. See, habits are much easier to create if there's something that reminds us to do them. A good trigger is something that automatically happen each day. So, example, it might be getting out of bed, putting on your shoes, eating lunch, or sitting down at your desk. Anything that you already do every day serves as a trigger or a reminder to perform your new habit, right? Brushing your teeth. We talked about that in last episode. Maybe if you're going to get in shape, maybe do 5 push-ups before you brush your teeth and 5 push-ups after you brush your teeth because you know you're going to brush your teeth. Put a sticky note right there on the mirror, push-ups. While you're brushing your teeth, you're staring at it. Then you want to prepare. Some habits require a bit of replanning, right? Equipment, software, something that goes along with that habit that you need to have in order for that to happen. If you're going to exercise in the morning, you'll probably need to get a new alarm clock, something different than what you normally wake up to. It might also make sense for you to have workout clothes laid out already. So when you get up, it's the first thing you see. Perhaps there's an app, maybe. That's the thing, technology. People love technology. An app can assist you with getting organized, perhaps even give you some missing knowledge that you might need to be successful, some tips and tricks. Plan ahead and implement the necessary preparations to ensure your success. New habits can be challenging to develop, but the strategies and technology can make it go more smoothly. And then what you need to do is also look at removing old habits that are detrimental to your progress. Typically, we make life more challenging than it needs to be. Can I get an amen on that one? It's just the new habits that are challenging to install, right? It isn't just those new habits that are challenging. We all have well established negative habits that can prove to be formidable opponents and obstacles. I want you to contemplate the ideas for removing the pesky old ones from your life. I've had to do this. Remember, all of my coaching clients, I tell them, I'm not going to tell you to do something that I haven't already done. I want you to make a list of your negative habits. Think about the habits you're attempting to install and consider which of the current habits are going to be an obstacle to your new habit. Maybe you need more sleep. Maybe you play poker online every night until 3 a.m. Or you distract yourself by watching TV or overeating when you get stressed. Or do you just fall asleep when you meditate or pray? See, creating positive alternatives that provide the same or similar benefit. I didn't make that up. I heard that somewhere and I wrote it down, and then I always take that idea and kind of spell it out on what that means to me. So create positive alternatives that provide the same or similar benefit. What do you gain by performing the negative habit? For example, playing poker might be about spending time with your friends. Is there another time or way that you could go see them without disrupting your sleep pattern and staying up until 3 a.m. in the morning? It's important to replace the negative habit with a new habit that provides some positive benefit. It's very challenging to give up something that feels good, right? Sucks. The key is to find something with similar benefits, but without the negative aspects. So, what do you do when challenges occur? Well, in most cases, new habits are successful at first. It's definitely easier than when motivation and enthusiasm are at its highest. Okay. However, there are distractions that make compliance more challenging. Vacations, illnesses, and other unforeseen bad circumstances can result in a few days of non compliance, suddenly turning into days, turning into weeks, months. So I want you to consider some of these things that I've written down to get past the hurdles when implementing your new habits. Always have a contingency plan. My vice at the moment to kind of cool down and wind down at the end of the day is to watch YouTube videos on near miss plane crashes. Sounds odd, but I'm interested in that because I want to know what those people were going through, how they processed it, and how they were successful in one of the most negative, scary situations on the planet. The number one thing that every single one of them said was their training and a contingency plan. If you normally run after work, have a backup plan in case it's raining or you have to work late. Don't use raining or working late as an excuse. Have a contingency plan, another place to do it inside. Consider the potential obstacles to each habit and create solutions to deal with them effectively. That's what these pilots did. Consider the potential obstacle to each habit and create solutions to them effectively. Have a backup plan ready to go before you need it. Don't try to figure it out on the fly. I want you to make a list of negative triggers. Negative triggers are things that distract you from your new behavior, right? It might be a particular friend that focuses on negative topics, or perhaps flipping through the channels before bedtime leads you to watching a movie till 2 a.m., or CNN, or Fox, something to get your blood pressure up. Manage your expectations. Expecting too much too soon can be a negative consequence. It isn't necessary to be perfect. A few slip ups aren't a reason to get upset and discard your new routine. Expect to experience challenges and hit them head on, man. Don't be scared. Avoiding putting too much pressure on yourself and giving a task too much emphasis can make it appear a lot less appealing. Start over or even start smaller. If you're consistently struggling, start over at the beginning, but this time make it easier on yourself. What is it? What game is it? Monopoly? Go back to go or go back to start. Maybe 30 minutes of exercise is too overwhelming for you at the very beginning. Start with 5 minutes. The next day, go to 10 minutes. Even though 1 minute of exercise or 5 minutes of exercise doesn't have a lot of practical value, it makes getting to 2 minutes easier, 10 minutes easier, 20 minutes easier. See where I'm going with that? It's called conditioning. Taking small steps and making small adjustments can ensure long term success. So, looking back in conclusion, by taking control of your habits, you can reduce stress and increase all the harmony in your life, if you want to call it that. Habits are powerful tools of efficiency. Consider how much time you'd lose each day if you had to concentrate on how to drive, tie your shoes, brush your teeth. We're able to do these things without even thinking about them Sometimes we can't even do things. We can do them both at the same time. You can drive and brush your teeth at the same time. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you see where I'm going with it? Once you're conditioned, have you ever been driving home after work and then come to and go, Jesus, how did I get here? Right? You're almost home and you don't even remember the rest of the drive. But you got to be careful. Our habits can also betray us. Focusing on your struggles rather than finding the solutions and staying up too late and creating distractions are all examples of habits that fail to support the goodness and happiness and kindness that you want to experience. Add a few positive habits and eliminate a few negative ones to boot. Or pick one for one good for one bad. Right? They say 21 days, then I heard 30 days, but typically it's 66 days. 66 days is usually what it takes to create a habit that will last. And I think you'll be well on your way to making a drastic change in your life. I hope this episode and the one before it were helpful. Stress seems to be on everybody's mind right now. Lots of crazy things going on in the world, lots of personal stuff going on. I get it. But we also don't want to use this as an excuse to give up. I appreciate you. Take care. Be safe. Sell a bunch and say something nice to somebody. See you next time.
You've been listening to the Productive Not Busy podcast with Coach Wayne. Join us next time for more money-making strategies to help you have less stress and more free time. Follow us on Facebook at Productive Not Busy, on Instagram at frontline.coach.wayne, and on Twitter at Wayne New Jr. And remember, be productive, not busy.